Okay, so let me start. Yesterday we just discussed some of the grep command with the different options. What are the options? Can you tell? For grep command we have used different options. Ignoring case. Then no, you should tell ignoring case. What is the option you have used? Minus this V. Okay. Then okay. So some extra options also I told you people to check. Did you check even minus E? What is minus E? When you will use minus E option? Which class? 209. Yes. When you will use minus E option? ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಲ್ಲ ಸರಿ ನೋಡಿ minus E option when you will use. Okay, when you want to go for searching multiple patterns. So like that you should be familiar with all the options based on your requirement you should be able to use. So we have discussed all these grep options in the yesterday's class. So we'll just move on to some more information on basic regular expression. Okay, so what are the regular expression? It's very similar to whatever we have used or discussed meta characters or wildcard, similar to that. So we have basic regular expression. You can just specify the expression in the along with the grep command for required output, whatever you want, you can just get it based on the expression. So now according to that, we are going to discuss mainly the character class. Okay, so that is represented in, note down, basic regular expression. Instead of talking, so parallelly just note down the things. Don't write all the explanation, at least important point note down. At least you will be remembering that what you have learned in the class. Okay, so character class it is mainly represented with the angular brackets. Okay, then negating class we'll discuss in detail with an example how to represent all these things, then using asterisk, then followed by the dot. So how you can use these expressions in your regular expression for filtering the data or for searching for a particular pattern in the data. Okay, so we'll start with the what is like why we need basic regular expression. So do you want to note down? One is angular brackets, I mean square brackets, then this notation. So this is for negating the character class. Whenever if you want to negate the character class, you are going to use this, then followed by asterisk, then dot. So how these expressions can be used in your commands, we'll just see. So why we need basic regular expression? When we have wildcards or meta characters that can be specified, then once again why we need this BRE. Okay, that is basic regular expression. So identical pattern, like I am just taken example of Agarwal, just give concentration onto the spelling. So I can represent the name of the Agarwal in different format. So this is one pattern. If I want to search for this pattern, okay, and this pattern, so I cannot do, I can execute this or filter, or I can search for this pattern what we have discussed in the yesterday's class using minus E option. Okay, so every time I don't want to use minus E, I have to specify so many patterns in the line. Minus E, the first pattern I need to specify Agarwal, then once again minus E, then AGGRAWAL Agarwal. So like that I need to specify all the pattern in the grep command. So now if I don't want to do that, I can just simplify using basic regular expression. Okay, so how you can simplify? So if an expression uses any of these characters, okay, just note down this. So we'll try to write how we can write the regular expression to match all these three types of string. Okay, so in this case, So if an expression uses any of these characters, so we termed as a regular expression. Okay, so whatever you are going to represent the expression to match with any of these string, so that we call it as regular expression, basic regular expression. So yesterday I already started with these basic regular expression, how to represent. Okay, so today I'll directly go to the examples. So yesterday we have discussed if it is asterisk indicates 0 or more occurrence of previous character. We are emphasizing on previous character. So whenever asterisk indicates according to the wildcard or meta characters, so it indicates a number of characters. Okay, so but here we are giving importance to the, if I write G of asterisk indicates, so this character previous to this, okay, previous to asterisk, whatever the character it is there, so that can occur a 0 or more number of occurrence. Okay, so depending on which pattern you want to work, accordingly you can specify the pattern. Okay, so if you just specify this one, it is going to indicate 0 or more occurrence of previous character. Here I have not specified any previous character. So here I have taken example of previous character is G. So in that case 0 means nothing. Okay, so even if there is no character, it is going to select, followed by it may be having G, okay, or GG. So any number of G's. Okay, it is YG. I have just taken example. If you want to take Z, so that can also be considered. So depending on your pattern, what you want to search, accordingly you specify. Then dot. So you need to use dot. Okay. Okay, you need to use dot whenever if you want to match for a single character. Okay, whenever if you want to match for a single character, you are going to use dot. So in wildcards, what we have used for matching single character? Question mark. Okay, so we have used question mark. Okay, so similarly, if you want to match any of the characters, okay, that are specified in the brackets. Okay, so either P, Q, R, whichever the character you want to specify among these, you can use these brackets. So that we are going to discuss now. Then followed by this, I already explained, this is 0 to 9 to match the numbers between 0 to 9. So this is to indicate non-alphabetic character. That means it is not going to match the alphabets, small case A to Z, capital letters A to Z. Okay, other than this, so the left out is 0 to 9. It will match only non-alphabetic characters. These are all just an example to specify how you can specify the pattern in the grep command. Okay, and we have two more special patterns in the that you can specify as a regular expression. One is, so using this notation, it indicates that if you want to specify if this pattern should be the beginning of the line. Okay, like I can take example of 2. So if the line containing the first character is 2, then select that. Okay, it is not the meaning that you select all the words wherever it is matching to. No, it is only the beginning of the character that matches to, select that line. In case if you want to match the pattern at the end of line, you are going to use dollar symbol. Okay, so that is pattern dollar. Okay, so we'll just try to go with these patterns and we'll understand how it works with an example. So first we'll take the character class, how the character class works. So here a regular expression lets you to specify group of character enclosed within a pair of rectangular brackets. Okay, so whenever if you come to character class, always will be representing using as rectangular brackets. Okay, so how to represent? So how to represent patterns using this? Okay, and whatever the pattern you are going to specify within this rectangular brackets, it is going to match any one character. Even if you have written 10 characters, A or something like this, it will match any one of these characters. Okay, it is not going to match all the things. So accordingly, you have to write this example. So now, if I have written example of RA, if I want to match the pattern called RA, okay. So in that case, this is how you need to represent. In the bracket, you need to write RA. So what is the meaning of this? Either it matches with character R or it matches with A, not both. Any one character it is going to match. So that is how the character class is specified. Are you able to understand? Okay, so now we'll take an example of two names, okay, with a different spell. So Agarwal, so Agarwal. Okay, this is one pattern I want to search, and another pattern I have Agrawal. Okay, so what is the difference you can find? Okay, after G, here it is A is there, here A is not there. So now accordingly you have to write the regular expression. Okay, I don't want to give minus C option along with the grep command and specify both the pattern. I don't want to do that. Okay, if it is going to be complex, you can simplify using a regular expression. So let me explain how it can be done. Okay, so for matching with this, okay, what is the difference you can find in both the pattern? Either the first character may be capital or it is small. So you just write those values in the brackets. Either it may match with small case A or capital letter A. Okay, then so G is common. G is common in both the case. You just write as it is. Then followed by, so after that there is some difference between these two patterns. One is you have A, in another case you have R. So just write in bracket A R. Okay. Then once again after that you have here only R is there but here A is there. So once again write A R and followed by you have WAL and WAL common. So just write as it is. Are you able to understand? Okay, is it clear how to represent? Now what happens? So that is, whenever if you specify small case A and capital A, it is going to match this letter. So in both lower case and upper case. Okay, so you're just giving simplifying the expression, that's all. So instead of specifying searching multiple patterns, so you can just use the regular expression and specify the expression however you want to represent the pattern. So here, if you are specifying the pattern AR, so the possible pattern it may come out is four patterns. One is AA, okay, AR, then RA, RR. Okay. So these are the possible pattern you may get it from this expression. So now how to specify to get this particular pattern to be specified in the grep command. Okay. So I told how these two patterns are different. Accordingly you specify the character class. So use grep command $grep. So within the quotes you need to specify this expression. I already explained this expression, and you are searching this pattern in a particular file. You are searching this pattern in a particular file called emp.lst. Okay, whatever the file you have, you can just specify that file name. So now what may be the output once if you enter? Yes. Yes, what may be the output? So it matches all the line. So that is having this string and also this string. If you have any one more pattern, accordingly you have to change the regular expression. Okay, quickly you take this example. Quickly you take this command and write the output. You are going to get how many number of lines it is going to get select matches with these two strings or the pattern. It will display all those lines. Just take this expression, I mean this command along with the regular expression. So type this, you first take this pattern. So for this pattern to match, we have written this regular expression. Is it difficult to understand? Make it fast. Similarly, if you want to specify any alphanumeric characters, okay, so in that case you are going to use this expression, that is A to Z. If it is small case, if it is capital letters, A to Z. Here when you specify in the brackets A to Z, it is going to tell the range, not A and Z. A to Z, whatever the alphabets you get from small case A, B, C, D up to Z, it is going to match. Okay. So next we have negating the class. Now whatever I explained, so that you can just negate it. So instead of performing matching whatever the pattern or the character you have specified in the brackets, if you want to negate it, that means if it is not there, okay, then select. So in that case, how to represent? Okay, so that comes under negating the class, and this is the notation used. So here, so all the character other than one grouped in the class. Okay, so whatever the character it is there, it is going to match other than whatever you are going to specify in the brackets. Okay, so for that you are going to use this notation. If I specify, okay, A negating small case A to Z and capital A to Z indicates it is alphanumeric character. It is going to match a single alphanumeric character string. That means it is going to match the string that is not having any characters. Okay, it is going to match with the number. In that case, you are going to use. Even if you want to apply for any of the characters that you can specify. Example, I can give. Okay. So other than 2, okay, the pattern or the number other than 2, whatever the lines it is going to match, select all the lines. Okay, so that is how you need to represent for negating the class. So next we'll move on to the asterisk. Okay, so I already told asterisk it is going to match either 0 or more than one character. So asterisk refers to the immediately preceding character. Immediately preceding character. It indicates that the previous character can occur many times or not at all. Okay, so whenever you use in regular expression asterisk, it indicates the occurrence of the character may be 0 or more number of times that particular character can repeat. Okay, so now how to represent this, and also you need to be very important point you need to remember is it is going to be applicable for the previous character, whatever you are going to specify. Okay, Z asterisk. So this asterisk is applying for the previous character, preceding character, whatever it is. If it is number, okay, it is going to apply to that. So the previous character, whatever it is there, it can occur either 0 or more than once. Okay, so that we call it as the asterisk regular expression. Okay. In this case, if you take example of G, asterisk indicates matches single character or any number of G's. Any number of G's. There is no restriction. It can match the lines, that is, or the words that is having more than one character G and more than one. If G is occurring, it is going to match all the lines that is present in the file. See, we are searching all this in a single file. So now we'll just take example. So here grep. Okay, so grep, I am just using, once again I am taking the same string whatever we have taken for the first method. Okay, the Agarwal, the different types of representation of this string. Accordingly, either the first letter, maybe sometimes when I am preparing the file, maybe by mistake the name I started with A, Agarwal, or maybe I have started with A, capital letter A. So in that case, you try to specify the expression like this using class character. So that is AA and followed by G. So now you need to tell me how it is going to, what is the output it is going to match. The first one is, I'll just tell you, either it may match small case A or it with capital A. Next, G. In both cases, it is going to be G. Next, you have G asterisk. So in a file, either consider there may be one more G in the string or there may be no G. So I told here asterisk indicates it is occurrence of single character or any number of characters. So in the first case, we have only one G. Okay. So in case if we have one more Agarwal, that is AGG, AR, WAL, something like this. Okay. So in that case, it is going to take one more G. I think I have written here. Can you see? So it is going to match with a string which is having AGG. So that is done. Next. So among these, either A or it is going to match R. Next, it may be R, A followed by W, AL. So WAL, it is outside the brackets. That means it is going to be mandatory. Okay. So that is how you need to represent the expressions. Okay. So it is similar to the class character. Only thing is if the character is occurring multiple times, so you just use this asterisk notation. That's all. Okay. More than once, if it is occurring once or more than once, just accordingly you just use the asterisk notation. Have you taken this example command? Just take it. So this is for asterisk. So I told you have to practice all these commands. Note down the examples, commands. In the exam, they will give different string pattern. Okay, and they will tell you to write the expression. So you should able to write this command, how to represent the regular expression. Okay, so next we'll move on to the dot. Okay, how is, stop your discussion, dot. So what dot indicates? So it is going to match with a single character. Okay, whenever if you want to match with a single character, you are going to use dot. But in case of meta characters or wildcards, we have discussed that we are going to use question mark. But in case of basic regular expression, you are going to use dot. Okay, whenever if you want to match a single character, asterisk indicates one or more. So that's why I cannot use asterisk. If I am very specific, okay, your USN is 10 digits, then I can just use 10 dots. So match that particular pattern wherever it occurs. Okay. Or in that, in your USN, I think there are some characters are common. That is 1, VE, 19, IS. Okay. And remaining 3 digits or 3 characters, I don't know. Okay. So in that case, I'll just put 3 dots. So in that case, it will list all the students that are comes under this particular USN. So that is 1 to 66. All the student names it is going to display. Okay. Any doubts? Clear? Okay. So now this is one more example. You can just see 2, 3 dots indicates the pattern if it is having starting with 2 followed by any digit or any alphabet. So that is it is going to match with this particular pattern. You have to specify the pattern like this. So matches 4 character pattern beginning with 2. But in case of shell, that is in wildcards, we have used 2. How you can represent the same thing? Using 2 followed by 3 question marks. Okay, so each question mark indicates one character. Okay, so that is about the dot. So next we have specifying pattern location. So how to specify the pattern location? So in that case, we have 2 notations. I think I already told in the beginning of that list. If you want to indicate the employee, select all the employee ID, okay, whose number starts with 2. In that case, you can use these characters or the expressions. Okay, so specifying pattern locations. So one is the notation negation notation followed by the dollar symbol. Okay. So now what is this indicates negation? So for matching at the beginning of line. So if you have line, okay, set of lines is, so whatever the previous expressions we have used, wherever that pattern occurs, you are going to, if you are using angular, that means square brackets or rectangular brackets or question mark or asterisk, it indicates, so these pattern may occur anywhere in the file. So it is going to match. Okay, so consider in case if you have a file, so where maybe you already have a table, so that EMP ID, okay, name of the employee, then followed by phone number, then mail, okay, then salaries. If you have the details of the employee in this format, okay, there are so many lines. Now whatever the expressions we have discussed is, whatever the expressions we have discussed, it is going to match anywhere in the file. But we are specific. Now I want to be very specific location that pattern should occur. So that is the beginning of line. So if the beginning of line where employee ID starts with 2 display. So in that case you are going to use this notation. Okay, and also I have the last column is salary. If I want to specify the salary of the employee, okay, that is lies between 7,000 to 799. Okay, in that case, you are going to use. Okay, this is to match the end of this pattern. It should be matching at the end of line, and this is to match the beginning of line. Beginning of line means it is not, even if 2 is occurring in the phone number, it is not going to display. Beginning means the first column. It will search for employee ID starts with 2. It will select that line. Okay, so take this example, that is select a line where employee ID beginning with 2. Okay, so in that case you cannot specify just like this. I told already, you cannot just specify any of other regular expressions. If you give like this 2 question mark, what happens here? It is going to match anywhere in the file. Okay, now I am very specific to the location, that is beginning of the line. So in that case use this notation. So $grep, so negation operator, then to emp.lst, that is file name. You can just give instead of 2, if you are interested 4, just specify 4 here. It is going to display only the lines that is having ID. Yes, don't talk, man. Okay, can you tell which are the line it may get select? Yes, how many lines? Second. Okay, so that is the meaning of selecting a specific location. Yes. And the next query or next example I can take is select the line where the salary lies between 7,000 to 7,999. So in this case, how you can specify the regular expression is $grep. So it should be always the pattern you need to specify in the quotes. Okay. So 7, how many digits it is? 3 digits. 7 followed by 3 digits, then dollar indicates, so match all the lines that end with 7. Okay, the last column of the line it is going to search, wherever it finds the first digit is 7, it will display all those lines. Okay, so if you want to experience this, you need to design one file, entry all these details. Okay, so create one text file containing EMPID, okay, name, phone number, employee ID, salary, and any other information if you want to add, you can add it. Okay, so in case if you want to reverse the operation, so what I told, if you want to display the employee details, that starts with 2. Okay, if you want to negate, it's very simple. You need to write like this. Okay, so it is going to negate the operation. That means select the line. We know that this is the meaning is select the line. The line starts with 2. So now I'm just negating that operation. That means select all the line where the line not starts with the 2. Okay, so just try all these examples, execute and understand. For that you need to write the command like this. Yes, what discussion is going on? It is disturbing the class. I am recording. Okay, so write this example. And also, we have discussed so many times ls command. What is ls command? Listing files. Okay, listing files and file attributes. So, what are the different types of files we have observed when it is listed? Ordinary files, directory files. So did we try to fetch only the files or directories anytime? We don't have any such options with respect to the shell command whatever we have used. Okay, so now that you can do using this regular expression, that is $ls listing file. So with all the attribute information, that is -l. Okay, so this is 5. That means, okay, so if you use this, whatever the output that comes from the first command, that will be taken as an input to the next command. Okay, so now it is going to list all the files along with the attributes. Okay, now from that you are going to filter using grep command. What you are going to filter? So grep, and you are interested only to see the directories. Then specify the pattern. So what is this? What is the meaning of this? So what is the position of directory? How it is going to indicate in listing files? The first character. Okay, the first character, if it is D, indicates it's a directory. So now just specify the same thing with respect to grep command. Take these examples. Take all the examples. You have to practice these examples. Is it visible this side, first bench? Note down the commands and practice. You have to execute it. I told all different options where you can execute the basic commands. So we are just moving towards now complex in Unix operating system. So all the basic commands we have discussed. Now today we are going to complete the pattern matching. After that we are going to start some scripting language like programming. How you can write the programs using the Unix basic commands. Okay, instead of writing a single command and executing till now, whatever the commands we executed, it is interactive. Okay, I am just specifying the command along with the options, the input, everything I have specified. Accordingly, it will display the output. Okay, so there are some situations where it does not require interaction, non-interactive scripting you need to write. So whatever the commands, if I want to run 10 commands at a time, I want to run ls command, date command, okay, and pwd. So if I want to run without interaction, I don't want to type each and every time. I'll just write it in a file and I'll give the file name. If I run that file, so every command should get executed. Okay, so that is nothing but shell scripting. So we are going to learn maybe in the next class the shell scripting, how to write the shell script, or we can call it as shell programming. So even there also you can use all conditional statements, looping statements. Okay, so we'll just discuss that later. So next we have one more method of representing the regular expression is extended regular expression. Note down. So extended regular expression, in short we call it as ERE. Whatever we have discussed till now, it is basic regular expressions. So now we are moving on to extended regular expression. So or we can use the command called grep. So before we have used just grep command. So now for this extended regular expression, we are going to use egrep. Egrep stands for extended regular expressions. Okay. So now how to represent? Yes, listen here. So how you can represent this extended regular expression? So it is possible to match dissimilar pattern with a single expression. So all dissimilar patterns you can just match with a simple expression. So that's nothing but using extended regular expression. How to represent which command you are going to use? So this is one method, that is grep followed by minus e option. Okay, this is option followed by you need to specify the pattern and also file name. Okay, that is one way. Another way is from last to second bench. Another method is you can directly use egrep. If you are using egrep, okay, it does not require to use minus e option. Okay, if you are using grep, okay, you can use minus e. It is not small case e. Small case e meaning is different. We have already discussed. So whenever if you want to match multiple pattern, you are going to use minus e. But this is capital E. So there is a different meaning for both. Okay, so just be careful when you are using extended regular expression. If you are using egrep, okay, if you are using egrep, don't use minus e option. If you are using just grep command, then you have to use the minus capital E option. Okay, let's see how it works. So in this case, I am taking once again two operators, that is plus and question mark. So what exactly each of this indicates? That is in extended regular expression, the set includes two special characters. One is plus and another one is question mark. So they are often used in place of asterisk to restrict the matching pattern or matching scope. So in place of asterisk, where you can use the plus and question mark. So similar like whatever the other operators we have used in basic regular expression, it is very similar that you can use in extended regular expression also. Okay, only in place of asterisk. So you can just use according to the pattern what you want to match, either plus or question mark. So we have not used anywhere the question mark. Okay, we have not used anywhere in the question mark or plus. Now in place of asterisk, you can use these two special characters. So what plus indicates? Okay, plus indicates matches one or more occurrence of previous character. Okay, once again, just be careful. We are applying this operation for the previous character. Okay, so whenever if I specify plus, it indicates that it is going to match for one or more occurrence. Okay, if I use G plus, it indicates the pattern. If it is having G, it is going to match. Okay, if it is having GG also, it is going to match more than one time. Then question mark, so matches zero or more occurrence of previous character. Okay, only thing is this is the difference. Either that may character may not occur also, it is going to get select. Okay, so example G question mark. What is the meaning? So if even though if G is not there, that particular pattern is going to select. Okay, if it is G is also there, then pattern is going to get select. Only the difference is the plus case, at least one time that particular character should be existing. Okay, when you use question mark, even if it is zero, if it is not occurred also, it is going to consider. Is it clear? Just note down these two things. We'll take some examples. So this is for extended regular expression. So there are so many things, but I'll be just focusing on these two special character, plus and question mark. So what is plus indicates, what is question mark indicates. So if you know that, accordingly you can just specify the expression. Whenever you are free, just open the textbook. Okay, in the exercise part you will get so many exercises with respect to grep command. Try to solve it. Anybody got the textbook soft copy? UNIX first textbook? No. Whatever I have shared, that is incomplete. Like some of the pages are removed. It is just a sample copy. Okay. So here emphasize on using these special character. Emphasize on previous character. So whatever the previous character, it is going to apply the rule. So if I use B plus indicates matches B or more than one time if B occurs, that particular pattern is going to be, that particular line it is going to select. Okay, so you just leave this. Then go to question mark. So if you are using B question mark indicates either it should occur single time or it should not occur. Even if the string or that particular line, if it is not starting with B also, it is going to select. See, I'm just giving, these are all the examples. So now in case in the question, if they have given particular name to be matched, they will give 3 strings. Okay, they will give 3 names and they will tell you to write the regular expression to match that string. So you should be having knowledge of all these things, then only you can write. Okay. So next, we have one more last one, matching multiple patterns. We have already know that how to match multiple patterns using -e options. So now other than that, in extended regular expression, we have this pipe notation and also the angular brackets. You can use angular brackets or the pipe notation for going for multiple pattern matching. So now I'll take one example. Okay, so I'll take example, locate both Sen Gupta and Das Gupta. So this is just an example string I have taken. I want to write the regular expression, that is extended regular expression. So where I want to match or I want to display all the line that contains these patterns. So for this you need to write the regular expression. Okay, so this is very simple. Use $grep. This is very important. Okay, this is very important. If you are not using capital E here, you may not get it. It is not indicating it is the extended regular expression. So you have to use capital E, or in place of grep, you can use E grep, okay, without this option. So directly you can specify the pattern Sen Gupta and this pipe notation and Das Gupta, followed by, if you want to specify one more pattern, you can just repeat it here. Okay, use that pipe notation and use the what is the string you want to match. Okay, and you have to specify the table, the file name emp.lst. You can create the files with any extension. Okay, emp. Without this creation of files, you cannot do all these grep commands. Okay, create one file, text file containing this type of information, then apply the pattern. So the alternative method, okay, how you can simplify using angular brackets here, you can just observe girls. So $grep -e. Okay, now what is the common thing in both the names? Gupta. You just write outside, remaining you just write it in the angular bracket, that is ACN, okay, pipe and DAS. Okay, so it should match with Sen Gupta or Das Gupta, followed by emp.lst. Thing is, you may get confused, so you should be knowing which method is going to use these special characters for pattern matching. Okay, if they have asked basic regular expression and if you are using or giving these example, so you won't get the marks. Okay, so in extended regular expression you have only 4. One is the plus, question mark, okay, and pipe, then angular bracket. So these things comes under extended regular expression. Okay. And everybody, thing is, I request you people just use any of one method and execute the commands. Okay, either you go for online compiler or install VirtualBox, Oracle VirtualBox. In that, install Ubuntu operating system. If anybody want, I'll help you to install that. So come with your laptop. Okay, so that